Hello, everyone, especially the people on Odyssey. It's been a while, more than a year and a half since I haven't posted anything on there. So, in this video, happy 420 Christmas. I know we're late, but I'm in no state to make jokes, to do 420 Christmas comedy like I usually do, even though I'm hella good at it. This year, my friend, the people that you look up to in business, in politics, they're most likely a pedophile. Allegedly, but I'm in no mood to make jokes. 2016, grab them by the pussy, was different than 2025, grab them by the pussy. You know what I mean? Okay, so yesterday I started logging in onto my Odyssey account, and I will start posting again. Why? You gotta keep on going. You can't give up. You gotta keep on going. You have a vision, do it. One thing that I noticed, Odyssey, y'all gotta have two-factor authentication, okay? Right now, it doesn't, and it can be a little bit inconvenient, especially for me, because in my life, everything is all about me. So it would be great if people can secure their account. The other thing is, there is a new cryptocurrency. AR, I think, is by Arweave, but if you, my friend, are using a Brave browser because you want to protect yourself, you want to have privacy, yes, only criminals use privacy. I got nothing to hide. You tripping? So, AR required that you turn off the Brave browser shield off, or you have to agree that they use all of the embedded posts from across social media so they know who you are. So KYC ain't bad, but I did not expect that on a decentralized platform. Library, I don't know. It might be going away. It might not. But I think it's here. I mean, all of the users from library were transferred over to Odyssey. And I know Odyssey on X. I love you guys. You guys are fighting a good fight. But sometimes I feel like where we're heading is not going to be completely private. It's going to be semi. And as far as Odyssey is fighting with YouTube, are you guys really fighting, or are you guys just fighting? I don't want to use the word pretend, but anyway, the reason why I said that, my friend, is because in the world of social media, I remember before there was Sue, TSU, and I think it was from Silicon Valley, and the social media was great. I was on it for about a year. I didn't get paid much. Maybe like 20 something, but I never cashed it out. Maybe, I don't remember. But a lot of people got paid in a fair way. And boom, it got shut down. In America, yes, indeed, it is a capitalist society. But then again, if you're rich, do whatever you want. You do whatever you want. You dictate the laws, okay? You dictate the laws. So, Kahn, I'm done with your being back on Odyssey, complaining. 2026 supposed to be a great year, and here you are just complaining. My friend, if you live in America, you probably know a pedophile and you don't even know it. At least, I'm not into that kind of bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, my friend, why are you so ghetto, Kahn? Why are you using the Rode mic on a spoon? Dear Rode, the way that you design your mic, are people supposed to buy the stick, or are they supposed to hang it here when they talk? And this thing is heavy, so it drags the clothes down and it looks unprofessional? Or do I pinch my clothes so that I can snap it on? Which is it? But anyway, I do gotta give it to you guys. The quality, superb. And I've had this mic for about 5+ years now. I got it on Amazon, brand spanking new, okay? Brand spanking new. And I've used it a few times, no more than 20 times throughout all of my journey, from the road trip to Mexico, even in Vietnam. And this whole time I thought it was working, but it wasn't. It wasn't, because first of all, I didn't have the right connection, meaning this mic is only compatible for DSLR. If you want to hook it to a phone, you need a special adapter and the wire that came with it. And I didn't know it didn't work, because most of the time when I used it, I was in a room, and when I play it back, I have bad hearing. What can I say? It's not my fault. It's Rode. It's always Rode. It's never my fault, okay? Kahn is always right. Anyway, I bought the adapter, but just so you know, Rode, just so you know, if you're watching my video by any chance, I love your products, but the one that I got brand spanking new from Amazon 5 years ago, most of the time it doesn't even work. I mean, it worked when it turned on, but the problem was I had a power button problem. When I press that power button, about 3 out of 10 times it will work. And I kind of gave up on it. And today, I was like, man, just today, okay, just so you know, I opened it up. Let me show it to you. I cracked this little baby open. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you for all the instruction video on there. You're not banning people to use AI for your, to use AI and replace real people with real instruction, and you save money. Thank you for having all of these instructional tutorial videos on there. I really appreciate it. I love you, just like I love X. Anyway, you practically, if you want to open this, my friend, you don't crack it, you pry it open. And I've had enough. I was like, man, if this thing is not, because right before that I tried to turn it on and I couldn't turn it on at all. So what I did was, okay, I got nothing to lose, nothing. So I pried it open. I watched the YouTube video. I pried it open. Then I took a look inside, and because the power button, and I just want to see what's wrong with it. It turned out when I pry everything open, there was too much glue, and I guess it was being pressed down really, really hard. Because when I took it open, what I did was I tried to turn it on, off about 10 times, right? Make sure the switch is okay. Make sure the switch is okay. And then I put it back in and it didn't work again. Then I was like, what could be the reason? I mean, it's pretty straightforward. The button is working, and what could be the problem? And then I looked at the place where I pried it open. There were a lot of glue, and I guess when they glue it together, just my personal opinion, when they glued it together, it was pressed down a little bit too hard. And it could be the screen, it could be the power button, it could be the core, the from the battery. It could have been pressed, whatever. But right now it works, and I'm super happy. So I don't know where we're gonna go from here. Whether you and I road, we're going to have good relationship or bad relationship, but I hope we keep a good relationship by you sending me a new one so I can do a review for the product and for the compensation these past 5 years that you have caused me. Although I love you very, very much, but sometimes that's what friends are for, right? We look out for one and another. Okay, Kahn, why are you naked? Why are you talking shit on New Year, Kahn? Kahn, all these years, you haven't changed. I'm a changed man. You just don't see it. Do you see the anger in me, my friend? Do you see the anger in me? You probably know a pedophile, but you just don't want to admit it. And if you are a pedophile, you don't want to admit it. But today, we're not going to be talking about any of that because I think X is driving everyone crazy. By the way, my homeboys and I, we just opened a daycare centers. If you want to be early investor, holler at your boy, leave it in the comment below. This video will be on Odyssey. And yes, everything is legal. In America, like Dr. Ron Paul said, we live in the empire of lies. And the amount of lies from top to bottom, even all of these startups, businesses that I've dealt with, honesty is not our strong suit. What do I mean by that? I feel like it is easy to raise money in America, who you know, and the fact, especially in technology, it's so easy to raise money. People don't even want to focus on the product anymore. People just focus on, hey, we gotta do something. We gotta show them this is a working product, and once we get the money, we scram. And the ones that don't scram, they tend to be the ones that turn out to be really, really big, and they ended up contracting with the government. And allegedly, from my personal experience, a lot of the money transmitter, a lot of the, any company money related, I think it is part of the government because that's how they regulate, right? And sometimes I don't mind. I have no problem with the government. And I think if we go into live in a society, then there has to be law and order. It's that simple. You break the law, you don't pay the price, okay? Because in America, man, we break the law, we kill people by the dozen, by the thousands, a slap on the wrist You're done. And they'll commit the next crime. Imagine a crime will pay 10 billions and you pay 500 millions. Do you understand? So I do believe that there's something majorly wrong with our justice system. America, America, America. But anyway, it's so easy to raise money. That is the only purpose. They just raise money and they scram. There's nothing being built in the U.S. that represent honor, integrity, dignity. I'm generalizing here. I'm sure there are a few companies that I've worked with, but throughout my journey up till now, I've paid attention on social media because that's where all the businesses are, on social media. Podcasting, content creator, YouTubers, even most of the businesses, are in the tech industry. They're all on social media. So for the last 7 years, I've been paying attention and I've seen the transformation of America. Guys, we should get a grip, okay? We're losing the country, and the reason why we're losing the country is because we have no culture. Do you understand? We lost the culture, we lost our way, we're being poisoned, kids are confused about their gender, and we're constantly hating Russia, China, the Middle East, but never ourselves. We never reflect. America should reflect. And we've been operating with propaganda. The American people are waking up, but the thing is, it is not too late, but we are at the last phase. I do not want to see America go into a civil war, but where we're heading is very dangerous, my friend, and we're not even paying attention to the people that are destroying the country. We're constantly fighting other people, and we're taking orders from other country. We are supposed to be America. What happened to the greatest country on earth, the greatest country of the world? Anyway, that was the reason why I traveled, to get away from all of this. But at the time, I was making content, and I didn't know what to say. I wanted to share my viewpoint, and hopefully, somebody out there see my video, and I'm not the only one. There are many others before me, and there will be many more after me. The question is, where's America going to be? Now, the other thing, my friend, the other thing that I'm kind of pissed, being raised in America, my whole life, I was scared of China. I was to the point where I didn't want to do anything with it. I didn't want to speak about China on my channel, other than, I grew up watching a lot of Chinese movies, and I understand like all the culture, and the kung fu and the movies, I get it. But the modern China, I never spoke about it, and even if I did, it was very, very, very small amount. Why? Because I thought they were living under a dictator. I thought everyone, or at least the majority, was poor, working in sweatshops, eating dogs and cats. That's how bad the propaganda was until recently, about a year ago, when this whole thing with Candace Owens blowing up, and America is like, holy shit. It's to the point where like, it doesn't make any sense to pay attention to it. Because everyone lies, from the little guy to the middle guy to the top guy. I'm not saying everyone, but all the popular ones, all the ones that dominate social media with big following, all the ones that run major companies, the biggest companies turn out to be frauds. Frauds in a way where, man, these people, I don't know what y'all be up to, man. I don't know why y'all be into little kids and stuff like that. But as a country, if these are the kind of people that we choose to protect, my friend, then where are we as a country? Do we really have a country? Recently, I saw an interview of Natalie Clayton on Redacted with Dave Smith. And I've been following Clayton, and Natalie for a while. I remember I did a first interview with them when I was investing in real estate, or at least learning about it. And, Dave Smith is a very outspoken kind of guy. I did not know he's a Jew. Dave, you're a Jew, but he's a good Jew, right? And this is where we gotta be. When we stereotype people, or when a group of people or a person does something, it does not represent the whole nation. Do you understand? Just because I eat dog does not mean that all Vietnamese people eat dog. Do you understand? Just because some of the politicians are into kids does not mean that all Americans are into kids. Anyway, back to Dave Smith and Natalie. So, I mean, if you've been following America for the last 6 years, my friend, even 8 years, 12 years, I've been in it for a while. Started with Dr. Ron Paul. But anyway, sometimes the reason why I do what I'm doing outside of the country, traveling, try to create content and share you the positive things of the world rather than politics, right? I told you many times that I don't want to talk about it, but here we are. She asked him a question, a really good question. Now, Dave is very outspoken about the Gaza, about Israel, about everything. He's very spoken. He's straightforward, but he has, no, there's no but in there. He has a wife and I believe 2 kids, right? And you should go and watch the interview. But Natalie was like, hey, with everything is going on, is your cup half full or half empty? And to be honest, my friend, that question, at first I thought I knew the answer, because for me, I'm always a positive kind of guy, right? But there are times I felt my cup is half empty when it came to America. I mean, we're printing money, we're fighting other countries' war, we're interfering with the Middle East for the longest time. Now, South America. I mean, Trump could have just released all the files for the Epstein, the 9/11, the Kennedy, everything. Just release it to the American public, but he chose not to. So this is where we are. And when she asked the question, I understood. And Dave was like, imagine there are 5 guys with guns coming at my house. He has a family. He said, I gotta protect my kids. I'm not going to be thinking about, oh my God, there are 5 guys with guns. I'm gonna die. He got to protect the kids. So he gotta run to the basement, grab his AR-15. We're gonna go out. And I think it's very logical. Now, it's not a, violence kind of metaphor, but it is fact. Because when you fight for something bigger than yourself, my friend, in his case, is his family, you got to protect them. It's, you fight to protect. And right now, I feel like with everything that's happened in America and the government, anyone who's going against their ideology or America first, because we're not America. We're not America first. We're not making America great again. Uh, is considered to be a terrorist, and intelligence agencies, you know what? There, there are too much problems in America. When she asked the question, and they was like, my cup is always half full, and you got to be half full, because if everyone is feeling half empty, then there won't be America. I know there hasn't been America in a long time, but this is where America is waking up. And I hope that we can focus more on America, how to fix America, rather than China. Now, going back to China, the reason why I see myself eventually living in China back and forth, 6 months in the US, 6 months in China. Why? Because I already know somewhat of the culture, like growing up watching movies, but being propagandized, then you found out they have the best tech. Most of the people, above 90%, are homeowners. Really? Are we really going to call China a dictator? People working in sweatshops? The majority of people are actually doing really good. Unlike America, the majority of us are living in poverty, and the livelihood of any businesses can survive is even lower now. I mean, what, we can't even raise cattle in the US, we have to import. And I mean, think about it. The American people don't agree with what Trump is doing. And this, my friend, I feel like we're at a point where the frog is being boiled, and either we do something about it, or I wouldn't say we're gonna lose the country, but I feel like there's something that's going on. But for me, the journey will continue, the vlog will continue, but the reason why I want to go there is because everything that I believed about China, I was wrong. And like many of my American friends, you probably feel the same way. That's how bad the propaganda is, right? So for me, instead of talking about politics, about business, I go to China, I do my vlog, and I keep doing what I'm doing to share you my personal experience, to share you the truth. I think it is easy to understand, my friend, that if we want to better ourselves, then we have to look within ourselves. And if you take that analogy to a bigger level, which is a country, if we want the country to do better, we have to diagnose, hey, these are the problems that's wrong with these are the problems that are wrong with the country. How can we fix it? But instead of fixing it, every week on social media, we tend to steer from one topic to the next. The attention, it being steered left and right, and then we never really look at ourselves. We're getting involved in other countries, spending money we don't have, and the American people are suffering. At some point, it has to stop. So when I woke up to this whole China thing, it's different. And by the way, any business collaboration, holler at your boy. I know in America, the reason why we are paranoid with privacy, because everything we were told was a lie and more lies. So we want privacy. But I have said in one of my live stream recently, if we, 29 minutes, I'm gonna try to wrap it up here. In a functioning family, we communicate. In a not functioning family, we don't communicate. That's where privacy come in. Privacy, there should be, not too extreme, but not, but there should be privacy. You know what I mean? Like freedom of speech. You can't threaten people and say, yo, having sex with little children is not cool. Now, that is okay. But you can't be like, hey man, you can't be getting surgery and cutting off your dick. That's wrong. I know you want to be a dragon and all, but you can't expect me to believe that you are a dragon when you are a human being. And you don't need a man. Oh, you don't need a man? You can do everything by yourself with the dildo? What's wrong with us? What is wrong? Holy motherfucking God. Anyway, my friend, so the journey continue, and I like what I'm doing because I can look at you in the eye and say that since I started my journey, sure, I don't know everything, but everything that I have said up to this point, it came from my heart. And somewhere along the line, if you don't know why comedy is, or being funny, or a sense of humor, because I watch a lot of comedy growing up, so it became like part of my life. But if you, my friend, see the world for what it is, you see the world for what it is, and you don't have a sense of humor, you're not going to survive. That's why when we look at history, you see angry people, right? Either angry people or people that took it and they used that energy and they mastered what they're doing, what they're good at. Like, for example, if you look at Dave Chappelle, smart comedian, he knew exactly what he's doing. He understands the world, how it's operate. Probably Keanu Reeves, he understands. What about Mel Gibson? Was it Mel Gibson, The Sound of Freedom? The thing about these people, I admire them because they understand how the world operate, but then at the same time, they're doing their best and try to spread the message, try to better humanity, and they are on the stage. They're not just in the background, they're on stage. When you have that much influence, you got to know what you're doing. And these are very smart, admirable people because, man, let me tell you something. When you get up there, there are only few chosen ones. Do you understand? The way that people turned on Candace Owens just for asking questions about her friend who got killed, public assassination. And here we are, like the amount of people that turned on her, and even right now, the amount of character assassination, it's despicable. And that is why, my friend, America needs a major, major transformation. Kahn, why are you naked, bro? I can't even take you seriously. Remember when I started my trip? Health first. I was a fat ass. Then started working out, having a, more self-discipline. So it's been a great year. Sure, maybe this 420, there's no 420 where I am. It's illegal. But I call it 420 because it's kind of a representation. It's how I started out. I used to be a pothead, and I still believe in it. I believe that it is medicine. I haven't found one person that I can speak to and be honest about the situation and change my mind why it is bad. other than getting high and with the propaganda, if you're gonna sit down and realistically talk why cannabis is bad, I haven't found or seen honest conversation. So it's always about judging. But anyway, I call it 420 because it's kinda a representation, a representation of like, oh, okay, that's why you see the funny Kahn, the crazy Kahn, the multi-personality, bipolar, crazy ass motherfucker Kahn. I am who I am because of who I was. Do you understand? Do you understand, my friend? So I hope you enjoyed this little video. Do good. I have a lot more to say, but my friend, don't join in a cult or a company if you want to go on a self journey within. Because what I found out is that many company, if you are trying to pay the bills, work, decent job, go home, raise your family, any company will do, my friend. Any company will do. But if you want to impact humanity in a positive way, once you get to a certain level, you'll understand how complicated things can be. Take the COVID, for example. Take the Trump era, for example. And now is also another good example. And I'm strictly talking about the West because, my friend, that's where I was raised. I can't speak about things I don't know, right? So, much love. Have a great 2026. I haven't thought about how many times I'm going to post on Odyssey, but right now, most likely it's gonna be once a week because I'm still focusing on the YouTube channel, and also I'm very active on X, my friend. I've done a few live stream on YouTube. Most of the content on there, they're scheduled, but if you're on Odyssey, you've seen it all. But the Vietnam trip, those are new. And I will be posting once a week on Odyssey, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Monday. Okay, a Wednesday. How's that? A Wednesday? Will that work for everyone? Thank you very much. Thank you for taking your time watching this long ass video. Okay. Stay happy. Stay sexy. Stay healthy. Know your gender. If you don't, that's cool. Kahn will love you anyway. Kahn loves everyone. Just don't be crazy with me. Just don't be crazy with me. Don't force shit on me. Let me be me, and I will let you be you. The problem with freedom is that we try to enforce our freedom on other people. If we respect each other, let it be. Be nice. Be helpful. Produce positive content. And stop scamming people. God damn it. Do honest work, okay? Because, my friend, there are men's or humans' laws, and there are universal laws, okay? And that is physics. That is karma. That is energy recycling itself. So much love, and I will see you in the next video where we're gonna be in Vietnam, okay? In 2023. Enjoy your new year and be kind. Don't be a dick. Don't be a cunt. Be kind. And if you need Kahn, Kahn will always be on X, very active on X, on YouTube. Once in a while, I hop on there. Odyssey now is gonna be on Wednesday. And what else? I forgot to mention one more thing. I forgot to mention one more thing. I shaved my armpit. Honestly, if you're a man and you don't shave your armpit, you're gay. You're gay, my friend. Don't be gay. It's called hygiene, okay? Oh, by the way, Odyssey, please have 2FA on there so people or myself can secure my account. I want to secure my account because work that I put on there and will continue to. But if I can't secure my account, and it would be great if there is a security key or a YubiKey option, my friend. That would be great as well. And then the other one is Rumble. So Rumble does have two-factor authentication, my friend. I'm so happy. I'm so happy because I feel like if you're gonna work, right? Work is work. Okay, much love. Too long. But on average, I mean, most of my 420 videos, they're like about 45 minutes. Hopefully, I can bye.